It was reported by the Hollywood Trades that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle paid over £3 million to buy the rights to a New York Times bestseller. And many of us were saying smart move. It seemed like maybe they were finally going to put themselves to work. But sources are now saying they lied. They didn't buy it. Netflix did? Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor, and this is just fascinating because it once again shows that Meghan and Harry do nothing. And I think it's important we break this down because the trades are out there trying to paint this picture. Oh, that they're out there making these deals and buying these film rights. And apparently, according to Page Six sources in this exclusive, Netflix is the one that actually shelled out the millions to help Prince Harry and Meghan Markle dominate Hollywood. So I got a lot of questions here. Let's break down the report. So previously, as I said, Deadline put this out, that they were buying this book rights, Meet Me at the Lake, a best-selling romantic novel by Carly Fortune, I believe is her name. Yep, Meet Me at the Lake, published in May of this year. They keep saying the story is similar, but it just has a parent who died in a car crash, which is similar, obviously, to Prince Harry, but apparently that's where the similarities end. It's also set in Toronto, where Suits took place, so Meghan lived there and clearly had an opinion to it. Anyway, they paint this sort of picture of how the themes gripped the couple and it was chosen for their first adaptation, and they bought the rights, they stepped up. It looked like they were actually being producers, bought for $3.8 million apparently. And so the publisher of the book, Random House, apparently was helping because they had previously published Harry's Spare. All this sort of came together, and even as I reported over at Popcorn Palace, I said, well, this is true. Good on them. They're finally stepping up. This is a smart move. It's a bestseller. They need something to help their Netflix deal because nothing's getting through. And even if you go through the comments here of just Deadline comments sort of give you insiders, every actor, producer chooses material that they connect with. Duke and Duchess of Sussex have made another smart choice. FYI, Obama and Clinton are both producers now too. Anyway, but again, that was the narrative. Oh, they made this amazing choice. Good for them. Well, don't believe everything you read, I guess. Sources, now again, this is sources coming to Page Six. Let's keep it what it is. Who knows which of these sources are actually being honest, but this seems pretty legit here. The actual truth is that Netflix purchased it for them to produce under the Archewell banner. Now, why would they do that? Why would they buy it for that much money and then hand it to two inexperienced producers? And it says here they don't want to, Meghan doesn't want to act. She doesn't want to direct anymore, but she has big plans for Hollywood domination, her sources are telling. She will team up with her husband, Prince Harry, to produce Carly Fortune's Meet Me in the Lake for Netflix as part of their multi-million-dollar deal. So basically, they'll produce it, they'll put their names on it. It'll be part of their $100 million deal. And then I'm like, that's probably why. Netflix is literally propping up these two royals and using them as the royals, the wedding, that people like that. And they're just putting this out there as if they are still loved. You got to remember, Netflix has $100 million on the line. They don't want to look stupid. And so Netflix is now stepping up to own the rights to the books, probably realizing because Meghan and Harry can't afford it. All right, so we'll buy the book. We'll own it. We'll be more involved. We'll put them on as producers. And then they can take the credit. They'll love it. And then we can try to get some money off of them. But is this really a good business deal, Netflix? Are you sure you want to put their name on this? The deal was signed in the past few weeks while the strike's happening, deals are happening. Despite initial reports, the Sussex didn't buy the rights to the book, believed to be worth around $3 million. Instead, Netflix purchased it for them to produce under their Archewell banner, we're told. The book is right up their alley, said an insider. Tells the story of a couple who meets in their 30s, just as Meghan and Harry did, as several echoes of the Sussex life, including themes of childhood trauma and losing a parent in a car crash, mental health challenges, plus, says the insider, they love love stories and rom-coms. Indeed, the Sussexes famously wanted to tell their own love story in their 2022 Netflix, Harry and Meghan. Page Six has reached out to Netflix. They haven't confirmed or denied anything. They've been restructuring their team amid the departure of top producer Ben Browning, who was the head of internal content over on Archewell Productions and oversaw the documentary. They've lost that producer, which is telling why, what happened. Page Six can also reveal that they've parted ways with their talented senior vice president of scripted. She lasted less than 2 years in the role. So a lot of firings and Readjustments. The Montesquieu couple have been slammed by losing their Spotify deal, with many gossiping that they're on the verge of losing Netflix too. Asked whether Markle, whose show Suits is currently topping the charts on Netflix, has missed Hollywood, a friend said, "I'm sure you can miss Hollywood when you're one of the most famous women in the world." Another Hollywood insider told us, if you make money in Hollywood, you're taken seriously. And now I think that's important to remember here. There's something else happening behind the scenes. Suits is doing very well for Netflix. And Netflix now has Meghan and Harry in a deal. Meghan is valuable to Netflix right now because of Suits reruns. Now, is that because of Meghan? I don't believe it is. Maybe she's a curiosity factor, sure. But that show is of what I've been told, a decent legal procedural. Meghan's not even in the first season. So all these people watching the first season are seeing it without her. It's not about Meghan. However, Meghan gets to have that success because everyone thinks of Suits and thinks of Meghan Markle because that was her big break. So I don't think the Suits success on Netflix, which has become one of their top rated shows right now, and it's licensed from NBC Universal, it's still streaming on Peacock, all this stuff, just to give you, I'm well aware of what's going on. The reason that show's doing well is because there's 7 seasons that just dropped. There's not a lot of new shows. And I think a lot of existing subscribers got tuned into it due to the algorithm. And from what I've been told, the show's not awful. As a lot of these, I find a lot of the procedural these 10 season shows aren't my style, but they're a lot of people's style. And it's sort of an easy show to give existing subscribers to watch, comfort shows that they just binge. It's all there. And that's why Suits has been getting all these record-breaking minutes earned. So that's important to keep in mind here, too, as to why Netflix might make this deal. Also, obviously, she signed with Ari Emanuel in May. Sources tell Page Six that she and Harry have a lot of logs in the fire. Production is one piece of the pie. It's not all entirely shaped by Ari. They've had the deal with Netflix for a while. Everyone has criticized them, but now they have the right team and vision in place, and execution is happening. Continue to source. So this source who's revealing it is also now pro Meghan and Harry. So that's when I take this a little bit more. It's not like they're just trying to throw them under the bus. Meghan's not, but here, get ready. Sit down, guys, because now we're getting to the meat of the story and why I'm about to rag these two. Meghan's not doing a Reese Witherspoon or making accusations for herself, referring to Reese's Hello Sunshine production company, which has been very successful. Reese and her team are picking great projects. They're successful, award-winning, etc. Several books and film and TV projects. Meghan doesn't want to act or direct. She doesn't want to do anything. Someone who knows the couple told Page Six that, ready for it? Markle wants to be like a combination of famous women. A bit of Reese. A bit of Gwyneth Paltrow, founder of Goop. A bit of Princess Kate. And a bit of Gloria Steinem. Oh my God. Oh, don't we all, Meghan? A little bit of Reese, a little bit of Gwyneth, a little bit of Princess Kate, a little bit of Gloria Steinem. That's Meghan in a blender, isn't it, guys? That's exactly who she is. As Page Six revealed, Harry will travel to Africa in his own solo documentary for the couple will be seen later this month in Heart of Invictus about his charity tournament for wounded warriors, because he's going to exploit those veterans to try and get a Netflix win. Couple will travel to Germany in September for the next Invictus Games. First Lady Jill Biden turned down the invitation. Political source told Page Six, Harry and Meghan reached out, but Jill politely turned them down. But anyway, this is interesting. This is interesting because they lied. Again, if this source is true, and it seems like this is a pretty good source exclusive through Page Six, they're pretty tabloidy, but they do get a lot of scoops correct. And it sure seems like someone is protecting Meghan and Harry. They're out there trying to play like they're the Hollywood power players, and I guess this goes right into the playbook. When in reality, they don't want to do anything. They didn't even buy the rights to the book. Netflix buys the book, partners it with them, uses them as props. These two are literal props that they're just putting up, saying, oh, here's that girl in Suits that you guys are watching right now. Yeah, they're the royals. Remember that nice wedding? They, I think, are just hoping and predicting that most people will just not care about the reality of these two, when I think they're underestimating how sick the world is of these two. That's what I think they're underestimating. But this is important just to know, because Meghan and Harry didn't even do it. I finally give them a win, and the rumors are now that it's not even their doing. This is Ridiculous. And let's not forget, this is all happening during the strike. So again, maybe this proves even more. Maybe Meghan didn't want to cross the picket line and Netflix did this on their behalf. And then they thought, well, let's get the win. There's so many things that point to this actually probably being true. And I'm curious what you guys think of this. Netflix shelling out more money to help their golden goose, their Meghan and Harry $100 million deal that they clearly overpaid for, that they need to prove that it was worth it. They got to get their money's worth. So they're going to spend more money to give them books and let these two inexperienced producers produce the book. But let's keep it real. I don't think for a second these two are going to be actual producers on it. They're going to be, creative producers. Oh yeah, those two actors look great. Oh, this director made that great. Someone else is going to be pulling these strings. And it seems like Ari Emanuel is literally just propping these two up. I don't know why. What does she have on him? I don't get it. So many talented people in Hollywood. So many people out of work. So many people who deserve this kind of attention and can make good movies and have those instincts and deserve success and fame. Why these two? Why? What's happening? Again, as I've been learning, and yesterday's stream was very enlightening. Paula M opening my eyes to a lot of stuff I didn't realize about how much their own royal life is protected. Their titles are protected. There's more behind these two, and it makes me realize that's why there's a lot of heat out there when you go against them or criticize them. I really do firmly believe it. So all of you think I'm just here just doing the gossip. No, I think we're onto something. I think we're onto something, and I appreciate that you guys have made it this far and you're still watching. If you are, I'd love to see a comment in the comments down below. Andy, I'm with you. You're right. You're onto something. Tell me down below so I can see who's really watching all the way through, who's invested. Meanwhile, hit that subscribe if you haven't already, hit the bell if you haven't already, and like I said, leave those comments. You can also leave a super thanks down below. You can still donate. I'm grifting off these two because these two grift off of everything. And yeah, I'm going to grift off these grifters. It's my birthday next week. I'll pin my link tree comment. I'll pin my comment down there with the link tree. Go to my wish list. You can support or Cash App super thanks. Let's blow my birthday out of the water next week with support and show them how birthdays are done. Thank you guys so much for supporting. We will not let the sugars win. In fact, make sure you check out Steph, the Alter Nerd. She is going to be exposing the sugar squad like crazy. Thank you guys so much for the support, and let's keep going.